everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
To throw on second down, Daniels, flush to his right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throw outside complete. That's Neal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Mikel Roby brings him down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Becoming one of the better lockdown corners in the league is Marcus Peters, and I first noticed him when he was in college at the University of Washington. Very intelligent player, understands route combinations, how teams can attack, and how about what he's done in the NFL? 19 interceptions in 3 seasons, 5 more than anyone else in the league has had. That gap is absolutely staggering.
On third down, Daniels. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Gets through, and now an opening. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's a give to Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 59 yards. And the Giants are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And on second down, this is Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be third down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
A nice little juke. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. On first down, Daniels going to throw deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw again. Down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down, Daniels. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
Still first down.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Goff now looks to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The final shot before break here. Goff. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And believe it, it is the Cleveland Browns who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw on second down is gone. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Coney Ely in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 87 yards. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one taken just inside the 10. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, Daniels. And it's caught. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Looking to throw on second down. Daniels flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. In for the score. And the Giants add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing on third. Goff. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Daniels. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Going right side here, and that's complete. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The dump off good for 8 there on 1st down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Powers through. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do You shake things up.
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on 3rd down. Daniels eluding the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
3 down. All right, now.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Looking deep downfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Daniels. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Daniels. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Back to throw. Daniels escaping the pressure right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Giants... on fourth, but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Goff on first down. And that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They run. It's Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Looking to throw. Daniels going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Flushed out right. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.